We have representatives from the City Council here that are going to say a few words as well. And somebody will be speaking for the mayor, but this is the mayor's proclamation that I will read, and this was passed on the 2nd of May, declaring this Dorothea Tanning Day, May the 14th, 2011. Whereas Dorothea Tanning was born August 25, 1910, in Galesburg, Illinois, lived throughout her childhood at 420 Hawkinson Avenue, attended Galesburg public schools, explored Galesburg's public parks and nearby lakes, read voraciously in and worked at the Galesburg Public Library, and studied, performed, wrote, and created art at Knox College, class of 1932. And whereas Dorothea Tanning moved from Galesburg and established a successful career as a designer, illustrator, and artist in Chicago, New York, Sedona, and Paris, and met, befriended, and collaborated with many of the luminaries of the 20th century in the fields of painting, sculpture, literature, theater, music, and dance, including Marcel Duchamp, André Breton, Juan Miro, Man Ray, Lee Miller, Alberto Giacometti, George Balanchine, Dylan Thomas, John Cage, Jacques Lacan, Merce Cunningham, James Merrill, and Max Ernst, to whom she was married for 34 years. And whereas Dorothea Tanning established thereafter a reputation as one of the 20th century's most innovative and provocative painters, printmakers, sculptors, and designers for theater and ballet, works that are now acclaimed worldwide and held within the collections of the most distinguished archives and art museums in America and Europe, including the Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Smithsonian American Art Museum, the Art Institute of Chicago, the Museum of Modern Art, New York, and Tate Modern Museum, London, and Centre Georges Pompidou, Paris, among many others. And whereas Dorothea Tanning, in her mid-80s, established an entirely new career as a writer of poetry, fiction, and memoir, publishing her work in such internationally recognized magazines as the Yale Review, Poetry, the Paris Review, the New Yorker, the Boston Review, the Southwest Review, Parnassus, and in Best American Poetry of 2002 and 2005, and further published 5 widely praised books, including her poetry volume, A Table of Content, her 2 novels, Abyss and Chasm, A Weekend, and her 2 memoirs, Birthday and Between Lives, An Artist and Her World. And whereas Dorothea Tanning celebrated her 100th birthday in 2010 and will publish a new volume of poems coming to that in 2011, now therefore, I, Salvador Garza, Mayor of the City of Galesburg, Illinois, do hereby proclaim Saturday, 14th of May, 2011, as Dorothea Tanning Day in the city of Galesburg in recognition of her roots in Galesburg, Illinois, her ties to Knox College, and her extraordinary lifetime achievements in the vast